how impressive was this performance by Giannis?
It was a 10 up until the last minute of the game with the 2 turnovers. But forget the turnovers, set aside. I'm just talking about his physical presence.
Yeah.
I believe he hit about 32 of those 50-plus points inside the paint. That's what you continue to talk about with long, big dudes.
I agree.
This is what I continue to talk about with Anthony Davis. Don't want to bring him into the mix.
I got it.
But I want you to do that.
Yeah.
I want you to be able to, because they can't. He's already at the rim, man. He takes 1 or 2 Euro steps. He's at the cup. It's done. It's finished. And if you foul him, he goes to the line.
Yeah.
He realized, I think, a couple years ago when he was trying to shoot all those threes and they were hitting the backboard or hitting the front of the rim. He
Or
said,
hitting nothing.
Or hitting nothing.
Yeah.
He realized, Skip, you know what, man? I'm bigger. I'm stronger. I'm faster than some of these dudes.
Longer.
I'm long. I'm really long. So I'm getting ready to just do what I know how to do. And over time, he's gotten strong. You can look at him and see that he's built up his body. When he first came into the league, he looks like, a long guy with no real definition and muscle. Then all of a sudden, over the years, he just continued to just work his tail off in the offseason.
Yep.
And he comes back and he does this. When you talk about the statistical side of the game, 50-point-plus games since 2018. You know who number 1 is on that list? Is James Harden. And number 2 is his running mate, Dame Lillard, at 11.
Wow.
And Giannis is sitting at 7 along with Steph Curry. So that tells you right there, okay, with Dame and him together, as far as the scoring goes, and Dame didn't play last night, if Dame is on that floor, those 2 turnovers probably doesn't happen.
Okay, I agree.
Because he's handling the ball in that situation.
By the way, on your list, the 3 that you named are bombing threes, and Giannis isn't bombing threes to score the 50.
Absolutely,
right?
100%.
And that's what's so great about Giannis. And I remember trying to teach my sons about basketball, but they're in the Steph era. So as soon as they get the ball, they're going to start shooting. I said, let's get to the basket. Go to the basket. In an era where everybody's shooting threes, Giannis said, I'm going to make mine making 2s.
He did.
They're making 3s, I'm making 2s. I'm getting to that basket. I love how he gets to the basket. I love the mentality. When I first started talking basketball on TV, because I played basketball, when I first started talking basketball on TV, he was like, you remember there's a lot of games? Because, your football mentality is one thing. But Giannis has a football mentality. And what I mean by that, Giannis got kicked out of last game. You saw he didn't want to leave that game. He sat on the bench. What you mean leave? What you mean go? Oh, okay. He carried that anger over. See, basketball players don't do that. Football players do that. But Giannis carried that anger over because he's a football player playing basketball. That's why I love his mentality. I was joking with people like, can you imagine you call out AD? You say, AD, boy, you can get this mentality. Wembley, and I ain't saying he won't get it. I'm not saying he's not going to get it. But if he watches a Giannis and say, let me get that mentality about going to the basket with my ability to shoot, oh, my God, that would be
You're talking about Wembanyama.
Yeah. If he does, oh, my God, that'd be the scariest thing in the world. I'm just saying, this kind of guy, this kind of mentality, when you sit me down, the next game, I'm showing you how mad I am, and I am dominating. You can't tell. There is as viable an option to win it all as anybody with Giannis and Dame on the court at the same time, because everybody stopped Giannis by building a wall. And Dame, boy, he would bring down that great wall with his shooting if you did that.
So why did Giannis get tossed the last game? Why did he get thrown out of the game? It was his second tech, and what did he do? He went too small. He went too small.
To that guy, right.
Just once. I want to see Victor Wembanyama. I want to see him one time go inside and terrorize somebody to the point that as he runs up the court, he just says, he's just too small to guard me, because that's not Wemby's early mindset about NBA.
I'm glad you said earlier. The guy's 8 games, another guy in Giannis is however many hundred.
But he's going to learn. That's why I brought it up. He'll watch this and learn. He's a smart kid now. He's smart, the young man. I should call him young man. Yeah, smart young man.
Okay. To your point, it took a while, but once Giannis figured out he's just too tall and long, and to your point, strong at some point when he finally grew into his man body. He just plays in the paint, and he annihilates. He dominates in the paint. There are a couple of shots he made last night where it's down to the basket. It's down. He's almost going Wilt Chamberlain finger roll down to the basket because he's playing so far above the rim. It is literally unstoppable. When he gets any edge on you with the basketball in the paint, when he gets just the smallest edge, you're cooked. You are, as Shaq said, you're barbecue chicken. And what I love the most, and on scale of 1 to 10, he's had so many great games. I'm going to go to a 9 only because they didn't win the game. It wasn't exactly his fault, but I'll go 9. And I especially go 9. I should go 9.5 because the best stat of the night was this man made 16 of 18 free throws. This is a man who has struggled, as Shaq did, at the line.
Right.
But 16 of 18, and I love how he goes up and he rehearses, and then he makes. And he's had some struggles, and there have been games when he struggles so badly, he'll go straight out to the floor after his interview when nobody's around, and he'll just keep shooting free throws. I love that about him.
I love that too, buddy.
You want to talk about
I love that too.
Just crazy dedicated to it. He gets obsessed with shooting free throws, and he has made, when you can make 16 of 18,
right.
What I love the most about Joel Embiid, the most that I love, he effortlessly makes free throws. And every night I look at Joel Embiid, and he's made 15 of 17 or 19 of 20. It's a beautiful thing for a 7-footer to be able to make that many free throws because it's hard. It's hard for a 5'9" guy to make that many free throws. Way to go, Giannis. It was a big-time game without his new running mate. They just couldn't close the deal. Their closer in the recent past has been Chris Middleton, and I think we've been showing it, but they had the shot. They got the shot at the end of the game with 6.9 seconds left, if we haven't showed it enough probably. But here's Chris Middleton. It's a deep three, but it's an open three. And he was wide left, and the ball goes out of bounds. And then Bruce Brown, who's really helped the Pacers, went and made 2 free throws. Chris Middleton made one at the buzzer that didn't, it just got him back to 2. But again, that's the shot. That's the one. That's
I'm
down 3.
I'm surprised you didn't say Giannis should have took that shot or something.
No.
They needed, they're down 3. No. Down 3. You need a 3.
I'm surprised you didn't say Giannis should have took that shot.
Do you want Giannis to take a 3-point shot? You just ripped him.
I'm just surprised that you didn't say that.
Okay, but it's not his forte to shoot threes, right?
Certainly for the game.
I'm just saying.
And it won't be, Middleton won't be shooting that 3 either.
I'm surprised
that's going to be dangerous.
He went to the line 18 times. LeBron can't even get to the line.
That's a very good point.
I'm just saying, 18 is a lot.
Yeah, okay. It's a lot. But I'm pretty sure he deserved 18 free throws.
And LeBron didn't deserve any.
Well, I've told you, he gets treated like Shaq used to get treated back in his Diesel days, where they just say, okay, LeBron, you're playing bully ball.
How come they don't treat Giannis like that? He down in the cup being aggressive. They call his.
It's a good point.
I'm just asking.
Well, let me answer it then, Key. Giannis is different. Shaq would go run you over. Giannis has a great first step. That's why you see Giannis get by everybody. They build walls. He is so quick. That first step, watch, every time that first step, he's already gone. He's already gone. You see, Shaq is not running by anybody. He's running over everybody.
I'm not even talking about Shaq. I'm talking about LeBron. They don't even let LeBron go to the free throw line. That's why we had to send video in. I just brought LeBron into the conversation because I'm looking at this man go to the line 18 times and he's getting fouled in the paint. Well, LeBron is down in the paint. He's getting hit in the head. His nose is probably bleeding and everything else, and we can't get on the line. That's all I'm saying.
And then there's no foul 2 nights ago, and he's begging for a foul call because it's like phantom fouls are getting in his psyche, right?
And he's talking about it now.
Man, come on, man.
Okay, last quick point about the big picture of this team with Dame plus Giannis. Dame has had 5 really good games, and to your point about would Dame have won the game last night, he's had 2 weird stinker games where he shot really poorly, and so far from 3, Dame's off to a rocky start. I know it's early, but he's shooting 29% from 3 so far. That's going to have to go up if they're going to be the team.
It's not even the threes that I'm concerned with. It was the 2 turnovers at the end because he was handling the ball.
No, I got it.
Okay, and trying to pass the ball. Otherwise, the ball would have been in Dame's hands to facilitate the offense with that minute to go.
Yeah, you can certainly argue that point. Next, we're going to argue about our Dallas Cowboys and Brandon Cooks. He refuses to publicly acknowledge his frustration, and I'm pretty sure Michael Irvin has a little bit of a problem with that.
Don't be speaking about them Cowboys to me no more.
Hey, come on, man. Let's get this. No mercy. No mercy. No mercy.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.